Today I have a tutorial to show how to do a round profile image in Adobe Photoshop, which I'm going to place in my HTML document in Adobe Dreamweaver. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I have a new graphic design tip every week, and please hit the like button. So the first thing I'm going to do in Adobe Photoshop, and I have my image open, is to crop this image of this woman. So this is just an example, and I'm going to get rid of any background, unnecessary background behind her, and I'm going to save the square, and I'm going to show you how this would look. In this document. So I'm going to go to my layout in Adobe Dreamweaver, my HTML layout, and I know that this image is in a subfolder, an image subfolder. So, and I'm going to type that folder name in the image reference. And just so you know, I have my view layout set. I have my view set up as code live and split vertically, so I can see the changes as I type. So I'm going to zoom in on this code, and this is a responsive layout, and so it'll shift to columns on a wider format screen. But I'm going to type in the folder reference here. I don't know if you can see that, but actually it's in a subfolder, 2 folders deep. And that's the image. So, and if I want to reduce the size of it, I just style equals so I can change it using a little bit of CSS if I wanted to. I'll make this, let's see what happens with that 200, 250. But this is just an example. So let's say I have this image, the same image as a test. I'm going to put this as a test for each team member. We're going to place the IMG. HTML tag. Okay, for each one of these blurbs. So now I'm going to do a circle. I'm deciding that I prefer to have circle. So what I do, and I'm going to go back to my original image that was larger, just to show you how I would rule this up. I just make sure that view, my rulers are showing. So you can see that they just disappeared. View, rulers, Command R on Mac, and I just draw a couple lines kind of close to where I have it on the square, and I take my Elliptical Marquee Tool, and I'm just going to click on this where they intersect, and hold down the Shift key and drag, and I'll get a similar area. And then I'm going to go back to the layer, make sure that it's actually a layer. So if you double click on background, which is locked, I'll get a layer number. And so that's my layer. I know it's converted to a layer. And so then I'm just going to add a mask. And then I'm going to crop it so it's closer to the circle using the crop tool, and adjust it using the arrow. And then I have my profile, my circle profile, but I'm going to save it as a PNG rather than a JPEG. Export for web legacy. And I'm just going to pick the exact size I want. So in this case, it was 250. So I'm going to say 250 pixels square. And I'm going to save it. And I'm going to save it exactly where I had the other image. Profile. Profile, I'll say circle. And then, so you'll be able to see the difference between JPEG and PNG because I have this on a little bit of a gray background, this section, this management team section. So I'm just gonna go back, I'm gonna go to my other image. And there it is. And I chose PNG because it's this is transparent here because it's on a floating layer. There's no background. If I had put a white layer under here, that would show up as white. If I put black, it would show up as black. Which actually, I'm going to do that. Layer. Fill. Shift F5 is fill. Black. Put this underneath. And then I'm going to do a test. File, export. And I'm just going to say that this is 250 pixels square, and I'm going to save it. Okay, so you'll be able to see. So anyway, that's how you get a circle. A circle with a transparent background. And then I'm going to show you, if it weren't transparent, it would look like this. So that's my difference here. And then here, woman, and circle. So that's my tutorial for today, how to create different profile images. One is a transparent PNG because it's going on a background, an HTML document with a background, my JPEG, and my non-transparent PNG. And you can see when I go to the folder, the size differences. The PNG are much smaller than the JPEG, so you might want to consider that also when you're building your HTML layout. Please hit the like button, consider subscribing. Thank you for watching.